guarantee. Count on Local 3 News for more local stories.
Well, we are having fun this morning going shopping, can't you tell? Brittany Hicks has welcomed us in to her new store called Sweet Maples down in Ringgold area near the Costco. So good to see you.
Yes, good to see you.
Is it Sweet Maples or Sweet Maple?
Sweet Maple.
Okay.
A lot of people do add the S.
I had been adding the S until I found out that Sweet Maple is Brittany's sweet dog.
Yes, she is our little lab, and we adore her.
So she might be your little lab. This store is anything but little.
Correct.
So where we are is what is now called the Marketplace Plaza.
Yes.
Just next to Costco off of the Cloud Springs Road exit.
Mm-hmm.
Chances are you have been in this space many times and been impressed by it with the vastness of it. But wait until you come in and see what you've done. 180 vendors?
Yes, we are probably a little more now than 180, but we have filled up very quickly with some amazing, talented vendors.
Amazing vendors. So you took me on just kind of a mini tour. And, you know, sometimes you can come into places like this, for me anyway, Brittany, and I feel overwhelmed.
Right.
Or I'll go, and after about the fourth or fifth booth, it all begins to kind of look the same. That is not the case here.
Right. No, it is not. We have a great variety. We are not just an antique mall anymore, which is what used to be here was Gateway Antique Mall. We have antiques, we have vintage, we have boutiques, we have talented vendors who craft items that are adorable. We have local honey vendors. We have a huge variety.
You mentioned boutiques, so we'll
Yes.
talk about two of them because when you come in, you'll see them right at the very front of the store. Both of them always located in Cambridge Square.
Yes.
Barn Door
Yes.
and Sweeties.
Yes, we were so excited when they wanted to expand a little bit, especially into the North Georgia area. I think it was very much needed because a lot of us that live in North Georgia don't get up to Ottawa very much, but we always see their items on social media and you want to shop it, but it's like, I never get up that way.
Right.
So when they wanted to expand into North Georgia, we were so excited to welcome Barn Door and Sweeties.
Well, Barn Door knows its market, let me tell you, because they've got plenty of dog stuff
yes,
in their
that's right.
space.
They are all over the game day attire for sure.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about where we are in the season because we're hoping to come back and talk to you as the full holiday push kicks in.
Right.
You've just had this great open house, a
Yes.
big success.
Great
But
success.
people like me are already starting to shop.
Oh, yes. Lots of people are starting to shop. It is the place for gifts, whether it's Christmas, birthday, a baby shower gift, housewarming. You can come here and find very unique gifts. It's a very quick, just right off the interstate, hop off the interstate, run in, and you can find a gift of any kind.
So I'll tell you a little bit that I saw on my shopping through with 180 vendors. I haven't possibly seen, maybe an eighth of it.
Right.
Maybe
Yes.
so far. The things I noticed were, one, the prices.
Yes.
All of your folks have done a really good job of making the thing that you go, ooh, over
Right.
affordable.
Yes. Yeah, there were some gorgeous wreaths that we were looking at for the holidays. One was $48 and it was gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Anywhere else you would be paying well over $100 for that.
You have a lot of art here.
We do.
That's very well priced as well.
Yes.
You had this one booth that you pointed out to me. I don't know, Alice and Company, maybe?
Yes.
And it's all blue and white vintage. So you can just immediately know what you're looking for.
And she has a lot of great items that are great for gifts. Even like, I know we're not there yet, but talking about stocking stuffers, or if you just need a little hostess gift, if you're headed to a dinner party, something like that. She's got some really great gifts.
You know, in your house, it's the touches. It's those finishing touches that make it.
Right.
And I don't care if you've been in your house for 3 months or 30 years. There's always some little something, a corner that could add a detail to.
And we definitely have all of those things.
Find it here.
Yeah.
So I am going to address the elephant in the room. I told you I wasn't. But some people watching today might think, wait a minute, I know her.
Oh, yeah.
Brittany used to come on the show all the time with the Boutique for a Week.
Yes.
We kind of have raised our kids together.
We have.
It feels like. So we're
Yes.
both empty nesters.
Right.
This is your new venture.
This is the new venture. You know, when you become an empty nester, I think you start looking for, what is my purpose? What am I doing? Where am I at? And this just kind of came up, and more or less fell in my lap. It was completely empty, 40,000 square foot building, but it's kind of along the same lines of what I've always done, but with a new flair. So I was very excited. It's been a lot of fun.
I would have a good time playing a game with you, walking through in these different booths and trying to figure out what is truly antique and what is new.
Right.
It just hovers that line so much. It's very clean in here.
Right.
It smells clean in here.
You are not the first person to tell us that. And it blows my mind every time. People come in every day and talk about how clean it is, how good it smells. And I'm like, well, how else is it supposed to be?
Well,
you know?
because I think sometimes people think the nature of an antique is that it's going to have that musty smell to it.
Yeah.
It is not the case here. And I think that's what people want in their homes now is to have that blend.
Yes.
And y'all naturally display it.
Yes. And I'm even wanting to redo my home because now I want the vintage, a little bit of antique, a little bit of modern, a little bit of boutique, you know, and kind of mixing it all up.
You might be in for some trouble now, Brittany.
I'm in for a lot of trouble. Every day I come to work and I definitely leave spending more than I'm making.
Well, I think that most of us have that place in town that's always been kind of our go-to. But, you know, we live in this online world. We're all sick of it. You want to touch and feel what you're going to buy.
And we want to support local small businesses.
Yes. So this is your place to do it. Are y'all open 7 days a week?
7 days a week.
Okay. Sweet Maple. You won't see Maple because she's home playing in Brittany's yard, but at least you know who it's named for. Come check them out just off of the Cloud Springs Road exit. Trust me, you will not walk away empty-handed.
Ascension Living provides services and amenities to our residents.
It's such a close-knit group. It's so much like family.
Why wouldn't you want to live here too? Come home to Ascension Living.
Here you go. This one's perfect. Just for you. And you. With chances to win millions, Jumbo Bucks instant games are the perfect fit for everyone. Find yours today. Say Jumbo Bucks. The Tennessee Lottery, game-changing fun.
Your future in healthcare starts here at Chattanooga College. Discover hands-on training in nursing, dental assisting, and pharmacy technician, guided by instructors who know the field. Want flexibility? Earn your bachelor's in healthcare administration completely online. It's time to move forward. From classroom to career, Chattanooga College helps you take the next step. Apply today at chattanoogacollege.edu or call 423-305-7781. Chattanooga College, where a small school makes a big difference.
Basement waterproofing, crawl space encapsulation, foundation repair. Anyone can say they can fix it, but only 58 Foundations and Waterproofing guarantees it with the industry's only money-back guarantee. Schedule your free inspection now.
Ascension Living provides services and amenities to our residents.
It's such a close-knit group. It's so much like family.
Why wouldn't you want to live here too? Come home to Ascension Living.
Let's talk your house a little bit this morning. Travis Mullis is back with us on the show. He has Chattanooga Water Heater Company here in town. And if you or you know anybody, if it hasn't been you yourself, who has recently had to replace a hot water heater or a water heater, you probably know that prices have gone up. Is that fair to say, Travis?
That is fair to say.
So you have come this morning in part to give us an education when it comes to the age of your water heater and maybe the insurance that might still be on it.
Correct.
But also on the fact that this is a case of preparation pays off because you don't want to be caught off guard.
Right? Exactly. Not just, waking up having no hot water, but a lot of times it is a leak situation. We see a lot of devastating, property damage from the leak. So generally 10, 12 years is kind of the rule of thumb for a tank style water heater as far as replacement goes. So preparation goes a long ways. I know that we are, heavily insured as far as homeowner insurance. but you still got deductibles to pay. So most of the time that deductible is going to outweigh the cost of the water heater.
Okay, I'll tell you a true story.
Okay.
6-ish years ago, my husband and I sold our old house, moved into a new house that we live in now. We hadn't been in the house but a few months. And on a Sunday, of course, on a Sunday we wake up, the alarm's going off in our house.
It's always Sunday.
And we have a leak in our basement that's an encapsulated, you could eat in that basement. And we had inches of water pouring out. So of course, what do you do? But you have to call somebody. But we did have a homeowner's warranty from the sale.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was a joke. I mean, it covered maybe $500 on the cost of a water heater, but you're not prepared for the water heater.
Exactly.
And then the installation is so much. Am I right?
Yeah, right. And that's the thing. There are different tiers and levels of quality of water heaters. We have different options. They definitely have different warranty time frames. Minimum is 6-year parts and labor with us. Emphasize on the and labor. Typically all that you get is a prorated part warranty from the manufacturer through, say, a Lowe's or Home Depot. Okay, so we're very different with that. Maximum's going to be as far as 15 years in some tankless models.
So are you, as we talk today, because I'm sure all of us could come together and have our own version of a sob story on this type of situation, are you an advocate of having maybe you come out to the house and inspect the water heater to see what kind of lifespan it still has?
Right, so that gives, we can verify the age via serial number on any unit, okay, so that way we'll know time flies, so sometimes you think it's not very old, but it is. We can certainly run, simple tests to let us know, hey, is everything still working properly? And it gives us a chance to actually check your water pressure. A lot of people's water pressure is considerably high. So in a lot of areas of town, 120 to as high as 220 PSI is street pressure. Goes through a reducing valve that reduces that down to 60 PSI, which everything in the home is designed to work off of. That particular part is called a reducing valve. We will do probably close to 300 of those by the end of the year.
So what I'm interpreting that is to say that your house should be taking in 60, but depending on where you live, it could be twice that coming in.
So kind of some signs, toilets that want to kick on and fill with water when you didn't flush it. A lot of times you've had a lot of appliance issues, whether that be fill valves on a washing machine, ice maker issues. A lot of that is stemmed from high water pressure, but we find that a lot of people simply don't check that, even in the plumbing world. Another competitive company will go out, put a water heater in, we get a call saying, hey, they put it in, but the new one's even leaking. And at that point, it's pretty well guaranteed high water pressure.
Okay, this might go back to the age of the unit that you were talking about, because the time does fly.
It does.
You were sharing in the office a story about somebody who had a leak.
Correct.
And it was they were at some real risk.
Right, so what we have found, some insurance providers, homeowner insurance, they're looking at what is considered a maintainable life of some of these potential leak appliances in a home. So if you go beyond what the expected life is, a lot of times they're looking for reasons to not pay. And so we have found more so in condo situations, if you're not taking care of the time replacements, which is going to be 10 to 12 years, you could be getting yourself in a situation of insurance not wanting to pay.
So this was one where it was a condo, there was a leak, and the insurance said if you don't deal with it now, even though it had a couple years left.
Well, so they have had more than one issue in that condo building as far as people not replacing water heaters when they should be, and they have gotten old, they have failed, leaked, and caused damage to other condos, below them. And so they have gotten to a point, if you're beyond that 10, 12-year spectrum and that occurs, they're letting everybody know that you're going to be liable on the hook that insurance will not cover.
If you live in a place with high water pressure, you probably know it, but can you name off some areas of town?
Well, so pretty much if you're on municipal water, which means you're not on a well, you know, you are going to have high water pressure of 120 or beyond.
Okay.
So that's the normal in Chattanooga.
You mentioned what the toilets will do. What does an ice maker do?
Right. So breaks. A lot of times it'll just be a deal of, if you think back, well, I've had ice maker issues and my washing machine's had issues. You know, those are common signs of why you keep having this repetitive problem with things on the freshwater side, not the waistline side of the plumbing. And we just see that it goes undetected. If
people want to get you out to take a look at their water heater, you can talk tankless, you can talk conventional, all the things.
Yes.
Just contact you?
Yeah, it's simple, 423-718-7342.
ChattanoogaWaterHeaterRepair.com is the website. They would love to help you. That ounce of prevention always is worth the pound of cure.
Absolutely.
Good to see
You as well.
Right now at Affordable Dentures and Implants, you'll save 15% on most treatment plans over $1,000. Now that'll help you take a bite out of summer. Call 1-800-DENTURE today. Offer ends soon.
Go ahead and smile.
I'm Dr. Marty Reddish, and this is my PA, Ben. To me, it just doesn't make sense to do a total knee replacement when only a third of the joint surface is worn out, as is often the case. Why cut and scar the muscle, remove the stabilizing ACL, and replace a lot of healthy cartilage with metal and plastic when a small incision partial knee resurfaces only the worn out cartilage so that your knee stays strong, stable, and natural? Learn more today. Visit partialkneedoc.com.
Are you ready to change some lives? Oh my God! The Axe need you! I'm nervous! Vote! America has to vote for you!
We so deserve this.
AGT Live, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
This is the time when the best show what they're made of.
You got this.
Me and my team, we stay ready. Let's show the city how it's done.
Chicago Wednesday, new October 1st on NBC and Peacock.
Car crash? You gotta get Gary. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Gary Massey Injury Lawyers.
You've gotta get Gary.
From Fort O to Soddy Daisy, from Hickson to Cleveland, and all across the Chattanooga area.
You gotta get Gary.
We fight for injured people like we would for our own family.
You gotta get Gary.
I'm Gary Massey. If you've been hurt in a car crash, you gotta call the one you know. You gotta get Gary. 423-444-8888.
Affordable Dentures and Implants can help you bite into summer with 15% off most treatment plans over $1,000. Now that's something to smile about. Call 1-800-DENTURE today. Offer ends soon.
Go ahead and smile.
Good Wednesday to Tennessee Valley. We've had a fantastic stretch of weather here over the last couple of days. That's a trend that continues. After a cool start this morning, we're back in the low to mid 80s, low humidity, sunshine, few passing clouds. Very similar to what we had both Monday and Tuesday, except it may be a degree or two warmer. So it's really going to be hard to tell the difference because the humidity is still going to be tolerable. And as we take a look at your temperature trend, now above normal temperatures really going to start to show up in the, I'd say, the eastern and central 2/3 of the country near the Mississippi River Basin. It's still going to be warm here, but I think the warmest temperatures likely just to our west. With that being said, pretty good chance above normal temperatures return, especially here in the valley as we return to the 90s Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And it looks like the heat may peak early next week. The humidity still going to be in that comfortable range, but it is going to be pretty hot heading into your weekend. We're getting closer to fall, but it's not uncommon for us to have 90-degree days here in September. However, we're now down to just 12 days until the fall equinox, which of course falls on September 22nd. And yes, we're still losing about 2 minutes of daylight every single day. Fall coming up here again in 12 days. There's your sunrise time at the bottom, sunset time at the top. And by the time we get to Halloween, we'll have 10 hours and 45 minutes of daylight, as that sunrise will be just after 8 a.m. Just something to keep in the back of your mind. But really no need to show you the future cast because we're not tracking any active weather. It looks like the jet stream stays bottled up to the north. High pressure expands across the southeast, and underneath that high pressure, dry conditions. Not looking at even a drop of rain here over the next 7 days or so. That could change towards the end of next week, but it looks like this pattern may be somewhat, I would say, prolonged as we move through the middle of September. Now, today is September 10th, and if you don't know, it is the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season. That's when we historically see the most activity. But I tell you what, It's quiet out there right now. We're not seeing anything going on from the west coast of Africa all the way across the Caribbean, Gulf, the Atlantic, East Coast. Things are as quiet as can be. And again, we are at that peak. Hurricane season runs from June 1st all the way to November 30th, so we still have a ways to go. But as we head into October, typically we don't see as many named storms as we do this time of the year. And by November, it really starts to drop off as cooler air starts to take over. But keep in mind, the last named storm last year was Tropical Storm Sarah, which formed on the 14th of November. So we still got a ways to go. And if anything pops up, of course, we'll let you know. But it's been somewhat quiet. We've only had, 6 named storms so far this hurricane season. Only 2 had impacts here in the U.S. So Gabrielle would be next, but it looks like it's on hold for at least the next 7, 10, maybe even 14 days. But of course, we'll keep you updated as things change locally about the quiet weather, sunshine, and warming temperatures into the weekend.
Hi, I'm Trevor. Welcome to the Hemp House. Let me show you where the treats are.
Our selection of local products allows the Hemp House to bring a little calm to life's journeys, whether you're blessed with 4 legs or just 2. The Hemp House, with locations to serve you or online at hemphousechat.com.
I've been here a short while. I've made great friends. The food is great, and I'm home.
Everything is taken care of. I'm living a dream.
There's always something fun to do here. Fitness classes, bus outings, and ever so much more.
No more housekeeping.
Say goodbye to maintenance.
I love this place.
Life is so good at Hickory Valley.
Come see where friendships flourish, families come together, and the staff knows you by name.
The tub that we had in the bathroom was difficult to get in.
So he called American Home Design to install a safe, convenient walk-in tub.
We got the jacuzzi. They installed it in one day.
Whether you simply want to update your bathroom with a modern look or add safety with a walk-in shower or walk-in tub, American Home Design has the solutions you want.
I feel completely safe. I don't have to step over anything.
It was so customizable, very easy to wipe down, to keep clean.
And American Home Design offers an exclusive lifetime workmanship warranty. If anything goes wrong, we'll make it right. I like the lifetime warranty, and their product is very good.
It wasn't just hurry up and get it done. I like that.
American Home Design was the right call for us.
It's the sale Bruiser's been dreaming of, 50% off installation.
He needs a wake-up call.
Hurry, sale ends soon, so act now.
American Home Design.
The Hemp House is committed to offering safe access to locally sourced products from farmers that we trust. Products that can help you with everyday health and wellness. Our experts can help you pick the perfect product for your needs. The Hemp House. Locations to serve you or online at hemphousechat.com.
Local 3's news and weather apps take us with you everywhere.
We are so glad that you are watching us this morning because this is a very appropriate time if you are looking to begin a new career path. Where we are today is back out at Miller Mock College. This is Barbara Kitchens, and she's the program director for the Surgical Tech program here at the college. And we're very grateful that you would let us have some time to come and talk to you today.
Well, thank you for coming. We really appreciate y'all being here.
I mentioned that it's a great time because you're in the cusp of a new term. If people act quickly, they could still sign up for the class, right?
Absolutely, yes. We have time to get plenty more people to come. So we have a start of 15 students. So we'd love to have some people, be here and be a part.
Well, many, many people have come to be here and be a part for all these years. And it's because the program has such a great response, because not just from the students who are part of it, but for the employers who they then go to work for.
Right.
18 months of your program, and then these students are off on a true career path.
Right. That's correct. And they also, when they finish the program, they're able to man a case. And I equate it with the profession of like an air traffic controller. We control a lot of the sterile boundaries, the movement around the sterile field. We're the person that actually hands the doctor the scalpel when he asks for it. We make sure that all the supplies during the case stay sterile. And also we anticipate all the doctor's needs and also the patient's needs.
You have been doing this yourself for 42 years, right?
Yes.
Not to age either one of us here, but you began yourself as a surgical tech. I had asked you earlier off camera if this is a true career path. You very quickly said yes.
Yes, it is. And it's like a ministry for me because I was one of those students. And I was a single mom and worked 2 jobs and didn't have a car. I rode the bus. And I understand. And And I want to be a part of that student's journey because I see where it took me and how this career can be such a blessing to somebody who decides to take in part on this journey.
Well, it's funny you mentioned being a single mom because I had asked you again off camera what types of life flexibility this career path offers. Huge flexibility so that if you are married and you've got a spouse working one shift, the other spouse can work another.
Right.
You find a work-life balance with this career path, things people are looking for besides just the money.
Right. I started off working, as a matter of fact, 3 to 11. And my husband worked the day shift, so he was able to take care of my children. Our children when I was at work, so it worked out, and it can work out. The facilities offer different opportunities as far as positions and as far as times when you can work, so it works out. It really does.
It's also not a one-size-fits-all career path, right? So you can go and do this at a surgery center, as you mentioned. You might be kind of this adrenaline person and you might want to go to Erlanger to their ER department.
Yes.
So part of what you get when you enroll at Miller Mott too is this one-on-one knowledge that you have of your students. I guess in those 18 months, you're kind of getting to know them to guide them on which part of the field you think they're best suited for.
Yes. Each person can get into a certain service like orthopedics or GYN. They can get into plastic. They can get into general surgery. And I always tell the students, your service kind of picks you. And they find out what they really like. And that's the reason why I love it, because they get a chance to go out and experience those cases and those patients and the things that they understand to help them along their way to make them a better employee and a better person to serve that patient.
Okay, so I mentioned that there is still some time for people watching today to sign up. So let's say that they do that. They go to Miller Mott's website, they sign up. There's kind of an initial intake, right? Where not you, but somebody here interviews them.
Correct.
To make sure that they're going in the field that's going to best suit them here at the college. Is that right?
That's correct. Absolutely.
Okay. So then they're here and they begin with you. They've got this 18-month program. Where in the course of that are they going into some of these practices to see how things work?
The last 20 weeks of the program is when they do their clinical rotation. And we send them to several different facilities.
In the course of that 20 weeks?
In the course of that 20 weeks. So they'll do 10 weeks at one facility, 10 weeks at another facility, because we want them to get know the culture of that facility and the community that works there, because one person might not want to work at a surgery center. They might love that adrenaline rush at that level 1 trauma center. So it's according to what it fits that person's lifestyle and what their energy level is.
You mentioned the cultural environment of where you go. Let me tell you real quickly before I let Barbara run about the cultural environment here at Miller Mott. So we're here at the beginning of this new term. We walk in the door, Dr. Kimberly Miller, who is the president, I guess, of the campus, greets us at the door. And she turned to me and she said, hey, if you want to, before we go do the interview, you can run down this hallway here. You have breakfast for the students coming in today, fresh coffee ready to serve. The minute you come in these doors, you are not a number.
Right. You're a person. Because we believe that that's what we're servicing, is a community that needs our help, and they bless us to be a part of that journey.
Well, there is a very good chance that if you've had any type of surgical procedure here in Chattanooga, one of Barbara Kitchen's graduates has been the one to help you. So if this calls to you, why not come on out and put an application in to enroll here at the college? There is still time. You won't miss a beat and be part of her 15 students for this term. Miller Mott website there on your screen so you can get your new career path started. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you.
Injured in a car wreck? You've got one shot to get the money you deserve.
The lawyer you choose can make a big difference.
The board-certified attorneys at the Insiders. They got me $1 million. Call us. It's just that easy.
Your future in healthcare starts here at Chattanooga College. Discover hands-on training in nursing, dental assisting, and pharmacy technician, guided by instructors who know the field. Want flexibility? Earn your bachelor's in healthcare administration completely online. It's time to move forward. From classroom to career, Chattanooga College helps you take the next step. Apply today at ChattanoogaCollege.edu or call 423-305-7781. Chattanooga College, where a small school makes a big difference.
We've been helping Hamilton County elementary students tell you about the Kids First coupon book sale for so many years. From superheroes to our studio, we've shared a lot of fun memories so you could save a lot of money. Tons of great deals on local shopping, dining, and entertainment. And new this year, a chance to win a smart TV from Local 3. Your support helps pay for technology, library books, and classroom needs. So be sure to buy your Kids First coupon book today for only $15.
At Pinnacle Home Improvements, your project begins with me. I make sure every detail of your home improvement is coordinated seamlessly. I'm also a mom and a homeowner, so I know how important it is to protect the value and appearance of your home.
Now's the perfect time to enhance your home's curb appeal and value with new windows, roofing, or siding. For a limited time, save 20% on your entire project at Pinnacle Home Improvements, where your project begins
with me.
ESPN Radio returns to Southeast Tennessee. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM is the new home of the Paul Feinbaum Show, The Drive, and more of your favorite shows. Listen on air or at ESPNCleveland1013.com. ESPN Cleveland 101.3 FM.
We're happy this morning. I'm even stuttering a little bit this morning because I'm so excited that Melissa Woody is here. She is with the Bradley County Chamber of Commerce. She always comes with a great big huge smile and a lot of fun to back it up, and you are not disappointing me today because y'all are gearing up for your 13th Cowpea Festival, International Cowpea Festival.
Julie. It's global.
Okay, so this is not in Cleveland, this is in Charleston, and this is a unique event because of this agriculture there in Charleston. Is that right?
Yes. Well, so Charleston is the smaller city in Bradley County, and it is rich with history. And we have been really working on, for the last 20 years, interpreting the Cherokee heritage history, the Civil War history that's there in Charleston. And we've even built a heritage center, Hiwassee River Heritage Center, there on Highway 11. And it opened with its expansion in 2019. Well, when we started thinking 13, 14 years ago about what could be an event that would draw attention to Charleston, would be kind of, their thing. And so we all sat in a room and there were all these suggestions, and one of them was like, let's have a Cherokee cultural celebration. Well, that is really appropriate for Red Clay State Park. That is their the Cherokee Nation's last council grounds before the removal. But in Charleston, that's a little bit not so appropriate because that history in Charleston is a very heavy history. It's where the Cherokee were gathered.
Not a celebratory one.
Right. So you have to be very careful and very sensitive about things like that. So we want to make sure that the Hiwassee River Heritage Center tells the accurate story of that history. Right. But it's not really conducive to a festival. Right. So we were sitting in that room, and the Farm Bureau president at the time was Jack Sanders. He's a longtime farmer in Charleston, and he says, well, we used to be the cowpea capital of the world. And we were all like, what?
What's a cowpea?
Like, what's a cowpea? And we were the capital of the world of something? And he said, yes, that so many cowpeas were grown in the area. So then he had to explain to the group that cowpea is the general name for hundreds of varieties of peas, black-eyed peas, crowder peas, purple hulls, field peas, southern peas.
They're all cowpea?
All considered cowpeas. And they got their name because originally the plants were grown for livestock feed. So cows would eat them.
Peas,
and then people realized how delicious the peas were and how rich in protein and good for you they were. So people started eating them.
So now this festival was born.
Yes,
so it also happens to be this year the 13th one on September 13th.
Yeah, we joked earlier that all the Swifties should definitely come out for this festival. So.
You give them a reason, they'll be there. Tell them that she's going to be there. They'll really be there. So is it a food festival then? Is that what it is?
It is. It's a family festival. We have live music all day long. We have the Cleverleys this year, and I've told everybody if you don't know who you either love the Cleverleys or you don't know who they are.
Okay.
So you have to look them up. They are fantastic musicians, but they're also a comedy. They do fun stuff. They do Walk Like an Egyptian, only it's bluegrass style. And they do All the Single Ladies, only it's bluegrass style. And they're just fun and funny, and it's going to be a really great show. So we have local bands that lead up all through the day. Then we have a whole field full of arts and crafts folks that have vendor booths, and it's all handmade stuff, nothing that's not, that your hands haven't been on. So, so all handmade items or local produce. And then we also have, the star of the show is the cook-off. So we invite all of the area restaurants in the Bradley County area and caterers, chefs at corporations, you know, at senior living homes, the hospitals, Lee University. We invite all of these folks, and the first 5 to say they're in are the 5 chef contestants.
Gotcha.
So you purchase a utensil. We do a different one every year. So this year it's a spork, and that's just fun to say, spork. And so it's a spork this year, and you purchase that for $5, and this little tag gets you a taste of each one.
I love
each
it.
of the 5. And so you get it stamped, and then you tear it off, and you put it in the box that corresponds with your favorite one.
And you find out who wins.
And then you find out who wins.
So those 5, I'm going to have to wrap it up, I think, in a minute or so, but those 5 who participate, might they be using some black-eyed peas, some a different?
They have to, yes.
But they could be doing a different type of cowpea?
Yes, but they're all provided and cooked to perfection by Bush Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Bush Brothers is our main sponsor. They have been since the very start, so we are so thankful to Bush Brothers. They're located in Dandridge, Tennessee. They have a lovely cafe and store there.
Okay.
And so they provide all the peas for the chefs, and they get the choice between Purple Hulls, Crowder peas, and black-eyed peas.
Okay.
So the chef gets to choose which one they want to do. And then all of these years, we have very rarely had 2 recipes that are the same.
Yeah.
So it's just a fun, day.
Quick. Can
Yes.
you get a T-shirt? Do you have the T-shirts?
Oh, yeah.
Can you see what hers says? It says Peace on Earth.
This is last year's T-shirt. So this is Peas on Earth.
Okay.
This year it's going to be Recipe for Fun.
Love it.
Recipe.
Love it.
We got 1 million of them.
Then as many shirts as there are peas.
Yes.
That's right.
The play on words goes on and on.
The place to be is Charleston City Park on September 13th. Who knew? The International Cowpea Festival and Cook-Off. It's going to be great.
Yes.
Don't lose that smile.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Julie.
Hi, I'm Joan. I've lost 25 pounds. I can now go hiking with my husband. My pain levels are lower, and I can work around the house with no pain. And it's all because of Bragg Weight Loss Center.
I'm Gary Massey. As someone who grew up on a farm not far from here, I'm proud of my humble roots. It's where I learned to work through the tough times and appreciate what I had. Now at Gary Massey Injury Lawyers, we're helping people through tough times of their own, and we approach every case with the honest values you deserve. If you've been injured, you gotta get a law firm that understands what you're going through. You gotta get Gary. Gary Massey Injury Lawyers, 423-444-8888.
When your back pain is your foot's fault. This is Dean's story.
I had back pain, and I honestly didn't know where to go.
Until a friend suggested the Good Feet store.
She had to explain to me the feet are connected to the back.
And get this.
As soon as I put on those Good Feet arch supports, the pressure lifted off my back. It's like finding that missing puzzle piece. Like, yes, this is it.
Try them for yourself with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me. I buy houses in any condition and any price range. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind on payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Is your house in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I love buying these houses. Whether vacant, abandoned, condemned, or foreclosure, I'll buy it. If you want to sell your house fast, call or click below for your local fair cash offer.
Hello, Dr. Bragg with Bragg Weight Loss. Those of you that have been struggling with weight all your lives, don't beat yourself up. It's not your fault. It's hormones. You live in fat storage hormone dominance. We can correct that.
Jay and Brittany Hakey with Alon Planning Partners are back on the show with us this morning. This time the topic is going to be life and how it is never a straight line, right? Life always has a way of turning you a curve.
Surprises. It's more like zigzag and from here to there, and yeah, it's not a straight line. It's not linear. It's very involved, and we see folks every day that come to us because they've experienced some kind of surprise. Good, bad, ugly, all of it. There's something that has caught them typically financially off guard, and they're thinking, man, hey, how do I navigate through this? How do I get through this?
Right.
And so we see these kind of two categories of surprises. We see financial surprises, folks being caught off guard by something that caused them financial distress or concern, or blessing, an inheritance or something, right?
Sure.
Or secondly, the emotional surprises that people experience that is also linked to their money and the phase of transitioning and preparing for retirement post-working years, that really brings some unexpected emotions and feelings and even conflicts that we help folks navigate
So
through.
last time y'all were here, you were talking about the financial coach and why it's important to have a good one. So part of what a coach does, Jay, is to not only target how you play the sport, but who you are as a person.
That's exactly
So is that kind of what y'all end up doing with your clients?
And that's part of the emotional part that she was talking about, because we're going to talk about a financial one, but emotional surprises can be, I've been in this career my whole life. I've poured my life into whatever this may be. We talked about a friend of yours while we were off air just a few minutes ago about just retiring and finding a place of like, I don't know who I am anymore. That is an emotional surprise, and we help walk people through that before they get there, because you need to understand life doesn't end when you retire. Your identity, if it is wrapped up in what you do right now, how do we repurpose what you're doing? And we try to find you new purpose in retirement, and that's what we help with.
Is some of the benefit in doing that so that you're not then thinking, gee, I'm bored, and you go spending your money?
Yeah.
Is that some of it?
Exactly. I sat down with one of our clients about a month ago, and she said, Brittany, I am surprised. Here was her statement. I am surprised that I need something to do. Yeah. I'm bored, and I didn't expect that. I thought I would be energized and be able to have my time taken up with my friends and church events and all that, but I need something to do. And those kinds of things do get people caught off guard, and then they end up spending unnecessary money because they're shopping online or they're doing something like that.
Which is what one of the biggest financial surprises in retirement ends up being, is a lifestyle cost. Is because most folks budget a certain number and be like, hey, if I have this in retirement, my bills are paid, I'm fine. Well, you end up in the first half of retirement. We usually break up retirement into 3 segments: the go-go years, the slow-go years, and the no-go years, right? And in the go-go years, you're spending a lot more than you think
You're traveling,
you will be spending,
you're doing activities.
Because of this, because I'm trying to repurpose my life. I'm trying to emotionally realize, where am I at now? Who am I, maybe? And you're spending some money that you didn't think you were going to spend. So you have to balance that, and you have to prepare for it.
So are you finding a trend, because it feels like in my world, people I talk to my age, we don't think about retirement quite so much. Are you seeing a trend in that?
Well, we want to raise awareness and encourage people to plan better. That's like our whole MO, is actual planning, not just I'll deal with it when I get there, but proactive planning. So again, to where you talked about before, it's if you're 30, if you're 40, if you're 60, if you're 65 and ready to pull the trigger on this phase of life, it is time to plan sooner rather than later.
The earlier you begin to think about it, the better is what we're getting
Right.
to.
Also, it's important to make sure, if you are kind of within at least 5 years of retirement, that you are talking to somebody, because what you think you're going to have and what you will have could be vastly different because of taxes.
Especially with taxes and inflation.
I was going to say, that's where I want us to land the plane today, is with this whole concept of taxes, because that is a big financial surprise that folks come in, they're like, hey, I got this tax bill, I was not expecting this, and that's what initiates our relationship with them, right? Because they have an unexpected bill because of a distribution they took and they didn't know the implications of it. Or maybe they filed for Social Security, but they're still working, and so they only got half of what they expected because they're under full retirement age and still work. So there's all these caveats, right, that we want to help folks avoid those surprises and actually proactively
And we
plan.
all walked through the COVID years and saw inflation and what that's done to our purchasing power. So.
Right. I know that you've mentioned before that the initial conversation is complimentary. Sure. And it's lengthy, about an hour.
It is.
Do people, though, typically feel awkward kind of exposing themselves to you? Is that a common thing?
And listen, we're honoring of those conversations. Like we are respectful of how people desire to open up. It's a time really for you to ask us some questions, right? We want you to come with information to help us advise you, but that's going to be at your pace. We have questions that we will ask, and you can answer to your comfort level, because just as we're getting to know you, we know you're getting to know us, right? And we want to set that table.
Well, here's where you can get to know them. Alon Planning Partners. AlonPlanning.com is the website. 315-1441 is their phone number. Jay and Brittany Hagee are their names. Always good to see you.
Great to see you, Julie. Thanks for having us.
Come be a part of our family tree at Martin Boyd Christian Home, a nonprofit assisted living community. A family makes a house a home, and we value your family like our own. With all-inclusive rates and an experienced care team, you'll feel right at home. Call today to schedule a tour.
Since 1979, we have proudly been serving the Chattanooga community.
With your support, we have grown beyond our wildest dreams.
A one-on-one journey to optimize your health.
Let us partner with you
on your wellness journey.
My name is Katie. I am a Spectrum customer for mobile and internet, and I grew up on a farm and ranch in Nebraska, so I'm always cowgirling. Cowboy culture, you never want to pay more than you have to, because there are so many expenses that go into farming and ranching. To have any efficiency on the farm, you need extreme connection and reception. I bet we save about $180 a month with Spectrum, and that's $2,100 for the whole year.
Real customers, real savings. To see how much you can save, visit spectrum.com/save.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's a lot of reasons. Did you know there are over 6,000 car crashes every day across the United States? That's staggering. Many will have no idea what to do next. We've recovered over $25 billion for our injured clients. We know exactly what to do. Injured in a car accident? We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Come be a part of our family tree at Martin Boyd Christian Home, a nonprofit assisted living community. A family makes a house a home, and we value your family like our own. With all-inclusive rates and an experienced care team, you'll feel right at home. Call today to schedule a tour.
That's going to do it for us today for 3+U. Hope, as always, that you have a fantastic rest of your afternoon. The day looks to be another beautiful one here in the Tennessee Valley. Tomorrow on 3+U, Realtor Grace Frank is going to be on the show with us. Dr. Jess Dwyer from AccuChat also will be here. Ruby Falls is gearing up for the fall season ahead. Jacqueline Lewis will be on the show with us tomorrow. So will Dee Johnston with Tasteful Gatherings. Allison Pryor is going to be here with the Tennessee Aquarium and the Health Department too. I don't think I left anybody out. We'll see you in the morning. Local 3 News at noon is next.
Your child could shine as a Local 3 junior forecast.
Girl, yes you can. Hi, Katie. Hey.
Yes, ma'am, I got you.